everyone and welcome back to another Sims 4 building video. Today we're merging two things together. We're merging a business as well as a new kit that has recently been released called the Kitchen Clutter Kit. That is pretty straightforward to say the least. I had an idea in my head to build a cookery school in quite some time, but today, thanks to the EA Creator Network, I actually did receive the Kitchen Clutter Kit. And I thought that because I wanted to show it to you anyways, number two, I love clutter. And number three, I've been struggling with building kitchens recently. I thought that the combination of all of those things was a perfect way to build a cookery school. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm blabbering on now, but I'm very excited to show you some of these bits because kitchens for me are obviously a staple in a home, but recently I've been kind of pushing them to the side. I've been struggling. I've been just not having the best time building them. So I'm hoping that with the idea of the Kitchen Clutter Kit, excuse me, where are you? There we go. With the idea of this kit, this might maybe inspire me with some swatches, might inspire me with some textures, fabrics, who knows? And hopefully I'll get my mojo back. And I'm very excited about this, the tile tapestry backsplash. Oh my God, I'm excited to get into this. Anyways, as I said, I'm going to be merging businesses and hobbies because I also want to make this a business, not a hobby. It's just a business. I have an idea in my head of a place that actually is quite local to me. It's really close to where I live. It's like this beautiful, I want to call it like a barn house, restored old building, right? That is kind of like a community space. And weirdly enough, they actually do cookery kind of schools there and things like that. They do have a cookery school. They run it quite often. And I think it's pretty cool, but it is quite posh. Okay, that actually makes no sense because that is the driveway. So wait a second. Maybe if I just do this and make it this way. Yeah, the building is quite posh. So I kind of would like to do something similar today where we play with the idea of maybe like a restoration project. And now, oh, what do we do with this slash? Oh, I don't know, throw in a cookery school. Ha 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 ha, laughs enrich. You know, that kind of way. So I think it would be quite fun to do something like that. I'm instantly thinking that maybe we could do a little driveway of some sort here. You know, I don't know whether I'd like it to be kind of like this, but I also kind of would need a car park. I also have this little lot here because on this lot as well, there is like an area where people can do weddings. So I kind of thought that maybe this would be like a fun little wedding venue as well that we could throw in here because why not? I mean, let's do a cookery school and a wedding venue all together. I don't know. Maybe we could also do like a little car park here. I think that would be quite funny. I'm just going to mark everything out for myself so that I know what's going on. But I want to make this as realistic as possible. And then, of course, we will be doing a cookery school inside there. I also really just want this to be like one story. I really don't need two stories in this. But I liked the idea that there was... Wait, now, let me try to figure this out. There was like a... Wait, actually, I guess it was a second story because there was like a mezzanine level as well in this building. So I'm not sure whether that would be something that I can kind of almost achieve with this because this will turn out to be a massive barn if that's the case. But if you can imagine, there was like a mezzanine level like that. Okay, mezzanine level like that. So you can kind of look down on the cookery school, which I think would be actually kind of fun to maybe do like a little bar up here. Something like that. I don't know, guys. I don't know what today's video is, but I really hope you will enjoy it because I'm excited to check out this kit, you know. I've recently also done a video building a garage kind of inspired house and I was obsessed with that kit. So, I mean, I have pretty high hopes for this one too, but I don't know why I'm deciding to do a cookery school in the shape of a barn also and a wedding venue. And probably I want to do a little orchard as well. Orchard. Why do elongated pillars do this? Why do they do this? Why does it look so hideous? What am I supposed to do with this? This doesn't look good. It looks great on the outside, but when you go into the inside, this is what it looks like. Bloody heck. Are we okay with that? I don't think I'm okay with that. Okay, guys. So I have mapped out everything now that I want. So obviously we've got a little car park area, which I'm trying to do this driveway now. But God, I'm making it so windy. It's like you'd be drifting around the corners to get into the car park. But I kind of want a little bit more... Oh, why does that look like a weird slug? But I want some details. So over here, I want to do like a little orchard and maybe like a little garden, you know, like a nice walking fence around here. Maybe this is like the smoking area, such, you know, like a little communal area. And then obviously I've done nothing to the inside yet, but I'm kind of liking the way it looks. It's almost like a mixture of modern, contemporary, like refurbished, but also like maybe this roofing is just like a really old roof that they've just kept. Almost attached would be really cool, but I feel like that's kind of hurting my eyes when I'm looking at it. But something like that actually looks pretty cool. Maybe that's something I'll change at the end. Actually, the one with the green kind of moss on it. There's something so cool about it. And it's almost like old because it doesn't remind me of like an old building. I'm not sure if that's a bit much. I'm not sure about this look, but I really wanted to do something a little bit more natural. And then on the inside, I almost wanted like a little bit of grass because that's kind of like the country roads that we have in Ireland. We have like, you know, like a little bit of grass in the middle because that's obviously where the wheels don't go on. So it's almost like a little bit of that grass is coming through a little bit. I think that is actually pretty interesting. And then maybe we could just do like a little almost path around it, or is the path a little stupid? So how do these people like walk through this driveway? I feel like I've made this driveway too big because how am I supposed to actually get people to come out of the car park? You just like run, like you actually just run. Unless, wait a second, unless maybe I do something like this where we do like a little entryway this way. And this is actually the way that you exit. And I could almost run this thing all the way to here. So it's almost like stopped. So like you can't go any further than that. Yeah, I think that's much better and much safer. So you kind of like park your car and then you walk, because obviously like this is quite a oh no, that's not the front of the lot. Oh my god, what is going on? Okay, so I've worked it out a little bit and it's literally like a racetrack that I've created here pretty much, because you literally have to drift around this massive tree and there's like obstacle courses around the side here. So it's a bit vicious, it's a bit wild, but I kind of like the idea of how cluttered it feels, and it literally does remind me of the place that I have in my head. So it's literally kind of like that. So you drive up here, you park your car. See, the sizing of these car spots is not that great, but that does not matter. And then we've got a cute little wedding venue here, which I think that's going to look quite pretty. So I suppose maybe let's paint the house a little bit so that I can finish off the landscaping and see what kind of vibes we got. So I'm kind of thinking I want this to be stone, and I almost like the idea of the Henford and Bagley stones, but I also think that it's like wooden because it's barn-like vibe. So maybe this thing here, like this, should be, oh, the wooden though looks kind of, or the stone looks kind of cool. I'm trying to figure out like what should it be? Should it be more like that vibe, or do we do like a modern? Actually, the modern one probably would look really cool. Oh, that looks so nice. Oh guys, maybe I'll do something like that for this. Or do we even just do like some stone at the front? Wait a sec. What if you got like white stone because it's like a wedding venue? We could do white at the front and white at the back. Those are options I'm not sure how to feel about. Maybe white is a bit dramatic. It's kind of like that green door that I like, but now that I'm thinking about it, should I even have a green door? Maybe it's the green door that's throwing me off. Wait a second. What if I just make this wooden? Yeah, like a light wood with the black probably looks a bit nicer. And I kind of like how how thick that brick looks. So maybe we could do that at the back here as well. So we've got a little bit of wood and a little bit of stone. And then maybe over here, what do we've got? We've got like this thing. That's from a kitchen pack as well, isn't it? That's like from like the country kitchen or something like that. That's pretty cool as well. Could definitely incorporate some wood in here too, which I also wouldn't be too opposed to the idea of using this wood, because this wood is also stunning. So maybe actually that portion of the build should be wooden, and maybe like this part too. But then the rest maybe should be that brick vibe. What do we think? I'm not really sure how to make this look cool, but I do want it to feel like it's slightly more on the contemporary side, slightly more like, oh, we've actually like revamped this and we've restored some of the brick. So we've added new paneling to make it so modern and contemporary vibed, you know, that kind of way. Are we following the narrative, or is the narrative getting lost? I'm not sure. I mean, I don't build enough buildings like this, so obviously I'm going to struggle to figure out what is the right thing to do and what isn't. But also that's why it is really fun that I can try this and, you know, do something different for once, because as I said, I do a lot of the exact same builds over and over. So the fact that I'm doing something like this, like, it's different for me. So I'm trying to figure it out. I kind of like the idea of like that light wood, but now I'm also kind of liking the idea of having like a really modern like glass entrance. I feel like that is so like such a thing that we would have, like a metal, you know, converted barn hipster kind of vibe. I don't know, I kind of like something like that. Even though there are really pretty like barn doors that maybe we could kind of use them throughout the build as it is. Such as, oh, wait a second, where is a nice one? Like we've got this one, like this one's pretty cool, but that does really remind me of like home kind of vibe. So it's hard to find something that will fit, you know, a business, but maybe this actually could be a fun little back door that they've left like a nice simple feature of that. I also want to, wait a second, so we've got upstairs and downstairs. So maybe that is something that we need to do here. Also, oh god, 1 second there now. What's happening again here? Are you bloody kidding me? First of all, what's happening here? Second of all, what's happening here? Get rid of that. Third of all, I just hate this so much. Like, why does this happen? Is it because I cut the room in half and it doesn't really want me to do like a mezzanine level? If there's anyone that knows how to fix it, please let me know, because I think I'm just going to remove that wall so that we can't see it, because I really don't like it. Like, what if I was to change it to a fence? Wait a second. Gonna come through. Yeah, it still comes through. It has to be a full-blown wall for it to not appear, and I really don't like it, so I think I might just remove it. It's a bit sad, but whatever. Okay, maybe let's figure out a little bit more of the layout so that I can do some windows. I almost felt like it would be nice to have something on a platform here. So why don't we actually... Wait a second. Okay, first of all, let's light this place up on fire. Let's see what we're working with. This big area here, I'm thinking that's going to be where the cookery school is. So like a load of... Oh, wait, the black trim, I just realized. Trim is here and it is ready to stay. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to work with the black trim. Upstairs here, I'm kind of thinking that this could be like a fun little bar area that, like, once you've finished cooking, we'll have a glass of wine upstairs, you know, that kind of way. I think that would be pretty cute. It would be cool if this was turned into a balcony, but it's a little bit too late for that, so I can't be bothered to change it. So I'd like to think that as you come in here, this would be like the check-in foyer area. And we could also even have like some toilets here somewhere. So like you have to pay up here. Maybe you like hang out, have a look at some nice like maybe paintings on the wall, because we like to sell our paintings at this establishment as well. Maybe you have to like pay before you can actually go through into this main area. I'd like to think that yes, there will be some nice bathrooms, maybe like here. And we could almost divide this space as well and have this again as like another little cute seating area. We could just hang out here before we go outside, you know, because I'd like to think that this would be like a fun thing for like a little social event, you know, maybe you with your friends doing this, maybe as a party. I don't know what you're going to be doing here, but this is kind of cute. And then somewhere here there will be stairs to go upstairs. I guess you would have to pay up before you go up the stairs. So where do I put them stairs? What if I do this actually? One second. What if I make the bathrooms a little smaller and I actually just put the stairs kind of going almost around this bend? Wait, now is that possible? Can I like, oh, can I do this? Is that possible? No, it's not. Why isn't this possible? Oh, that's why it's not possible. Okay, Sandra, you just totally failed at your own design. Okay. What about this way then? What about if we do something like this? Because like I suppose the stairs could also be here. That doesn't necessarily mean that's a bad thing, doesn't it? Wait a second. I want like kind of big enough stairs, like kind of like a funky shape. Is this enough of a funky shape for me? Well, I guess this is kind of fine. I don't know what's going to go into this little thing, so maybe I'll just close it off like that and pretend it doesn't exist. Now there's a weird stick that's coming out. Woohoo! Fantastic. Why? 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 Oh, it's because... Oh, wait. So what if I do this? Oh, and what about this? Okay, well, stick isn't no more appearing. Okay, that's fine. So we could do this thing here. And I guess maybe I could just leave this space open. I don't need to grid it off that much. This will just be like a little bathroom. I'm kind of thinking just a couple of like cubicles and then maybe some like sinks on the side. So nothing too major. Maybe I could do more bathrooms upstairs or something, but like I don't really want there to be too many bathrooms. But I like the way the bathrooms are almost like in the middle of the room. And this would be cool if I could get rid of this thing. Is that going to allow me to do that, or is that going to just totally wreck everything all together? Oh, that does work, but that's a little bit of a weird space now that I think about it. Second, wait, what did I just do? That. Wait, maybe I can just remove at least one block, because maybe you actually need a little bit more room to walk around. Weird. Kind of. Are we gonna do it anyways? Yes, we are. What is going on? Why do you feel the need to do that? Like, why? Okay, why? Just ridiculous. Oh, wait a second. Never mind, I fixed it. Well, why does it do this? Do I just get rid of the trim altogether? Because I think I'd like to not even have a trim if it's going to be acting like this. Oh, but then I need it for this thing. Holy cow, this is bad. Like, this is honestly wrecking my head. Must be applied to a room above ground floor. Hello? Where are we then? What am I on? What floor do you consider this? Nothing to change. Must be... Oh my god. Is it because we've like stopped this? But this is still running on that side. I really wish that I understood how these stupid exterior trims work. Oh my god, sorry, I'm getting confused now. Can I get rid of this one, I guess? As if I get rid of... Oh, that gets rid of that one. Oh, but wait, I can reapply it again. Wait a second. Okay, thankfully I fixed that. So that, at least that's one good thing. Maybe let's pick out some windows. I kind of have in mind some of the... No, horse ranch ones, as well as businesses and hobbies. I think that would be kind of an idea that we could maybe merge these two together. Because I also really want this to feel like a bit of like a modern... contemporary building where like we have like a wall of windows and we're shameless about it, you know. We've got a massive wall of windows. Oh my gosh, that's a bit much, but I kind of like it, you know, that kind of way. Like it's a bit extreme because this is like barn vibes, but it almost feels like modern extension kind of vibes. Although, are these windows a bit too big? One second there now. Maybe not these ones. Because like I have these and I like them downstairs, but I wanted a little bit more contempo vibe. Maybe I could actually use the growing together ones now that I think about it. I don't know how this became one of my most ambitious businesses. I guess my most ambitious builds in quite some time. I was like, oh, I'll just do a cute small build today. Oh, nothing major. We're excited about the new kit that came out. Let's do something small. Oh my God, I'm still here. It's been so long and now apparently, well, actually, no, I'm not apparently doing a greenhouse. I was going to do a nice orchard, but I don't know how to get apple trees. I went into debug and debug wouldn't really allow me to get apple trees because the apple trees kept like disappearing into just like small ungrown plants, if you get me. Like the, you know, when you plant a plant and there's like a little growing thing at the bottom. So that kept disappearing. So I was a bit upset. So now I'm doing a greenhouse instead of an orchard. And I don't know how long this is going to take me, but I'm like placing down so much greenery and so much like foliage. Like, I mean, I love the way it's turning out, but it's going to be one of my longest videos. I mean, I am going to edit out quite a bit of this because no one needs to be sitting here for 20 hours doing this with me, you know. But I like the idea that this is like a nice communal area. There's like a communal garden space, you know, some nice decking chairs. Maybe we could do like a little barbecue area here so that we can also barbecue and grill your food. So I think this would be a pretty nice little lot. Okay, so I'm just working away and I'm trying to find different like wall features and things like that that I could use. And I actually found that if you use this like wall divider from Businesses and Hobbies and overlay it with the Vampire's Lush Wall Ivy, you actually can create like a really cool, okay, it's off-centered, not matter, that does not matter. You can create like a really cool like ivy kind of wall divider thing. So it just looks like a little bit of an interesting piece for the wall. But yeah, guys, I have been going crazy on the outside of this house and I don't even know if I'm finished yet, but I feel like it's time to move inside. But I absolutely love this. This is exactly what I had in my mind and I actually cannot believe it how well it's turning out, but there's literally still nothing on the inside. So why don't we try and actually start furnishing and maybe using a little bit of this kit, because I did cut away a lot of this video as you're watching, which is obviously good because like why would you want anything? So what I'm thinking is, oh, all of these fridges, that's from the new kit. Oh, interesting. I have debug on, that's why you can see all of these things. But I'm kind of thinking, so we need like a person that's going to be teaching, right? So I'm kind of thinking we can do a kitchenette here and then we could do like maybe 4 different kitchenettes in the middle of the room, and then over here maybe in the corner we could have like the board, or maybe at the back we could have a board as well, something like that. I think that would be pretty interesting. So I guess let's pick out some nice cabinets. I kind of just want to use the new ones. I mean, these are gorgeous. So maybe we could use them. Could we do like green and maybe, you know, if I do this, we could do fridge and oven like that. We'll use this other kit. Oh, sorry, this is actually a stuff pack, but we will use this stuff pack as well because I think the stuff pack is amazing. Can we use this oven? It looks like a bit of a kid's oven, doesn't it? It looks like that thing that kids were playing with. I think it was Sims 3 or Sims 2. It does look cool though, that oven. Maybe I'll try it. I'll try it for the time being. If I hate it, I'll get rid of it. But for the moment, I think it's pretty cool. I also really want to use these because these are really nice. And because I love the little like lighty uppy bit. I think that's pretty cute. And then definitely we need some like kind of, I was kind of thinking gold accents, but then again there is already silver. Maybe we could just have like a white range hood like that. It looks a little bit weird how it clips through, but I guess it's okay. So this is where it begins, right? So if I go into the kit, which is called Kitchen Clutter Kit, right? We've got a beautiful sink which actually has clutter in the sink. Like, oh my god. I think this is so cool. Is there a oh, there isn't one without it, but I guess that's okay. I'm still really in love with it. This idea is just absolutely amazing. The fact that there is literally clutter in there, it just makes me so happy. There are actually quite a few really nice bits. There is this little thing which I feel like I should use, because it does make sense that this is like, it's like a backdrop obviously, and I always really wanted something like this, but it makes sense for this space. Okay, actually, why am I picking up this blue color? That's not gonna match, but it makes sense for this space because this is obviously like a makeshift kitchen. This wasn't meant to be a kitchen, so we're using the stone from the outside to make it look like the barn kind of building. So they obviously had to add some tiles behind wall, and I'm thinking, are these, what way are these supposed to snap together? Oh, wait a second, how do they snap, but when I do it I can't do it? Wait, what? They do snap. Wait, okay, wait, I feel like I'm doing this like all wrong. Maybe I have to start from like this side. Wait, if I just actually make them work from this side, I feel like that's gonna make more sense. Oh, it's just because this side, technically, because that cooker is so skinny. Yeah, do you know what, screw it, I'm not going to use that cooker. I really like it, but I'm not going to use it because it's way too skinny and it's ruining my vibe. So I like this, but also at the same time I don't, because all of them have different lighting now, because there's a lot going on with lighting in this room. I'm not really sure how to feel about this. I guess something like that looks okay, but I'm just not sure about the lighting situation. Oh my god, there's a new painting. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Why don't we have some beautiful paintings at the back? What kind of swatches are we talking? What are we seeing here? Oh my god. Oh yes. Oh bloody heck. Okay. There's so many beautiful swatches. I'm gonna do 4 on this wall. Yes, this one. Broccoli, of course. Oh, everyone's getting a broccoli. Oh, the grilled cheese. Oh my god. Maybe the cooking. I'm obsessed. Do they scale up nicely? Whoops. They do actually. They do scale up quite nicely. What if I actually use this kind of muted? Oh my god, what am I doing? I use this. Oh, the lighting looks a bit weird with this one. Although, does it look weird? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I need like a massive lemon. No, maybe not massive lemon. Maybe this somewhere just to be like, this is where the cooking thing is, inside there. So don't forget to come in, you know, that kind of way. Maybe I could just add, I don't know, freezer bunny. Maybe we could do the lemon. I think the lemon's cool. Oh my god, that's so fun. Okay, so then anyways, moving on, let's actually get this place like furnished first and then we can move on. So I'm kind of thinking, obviously you'll be like listening to the person here, but I'm also thinking, do they need a little island space? So if this person also has, well, I guess it doesn't have to be an island. It could just be like regular counters like this. We could do something like that, right? So like, oh, I'm cooking here and I'm showing you this beautiful stage. And then everyone else has like regular wooden benches. Kind of just really have like 3 and maybe one of them will be an oven, like that kind of way. They're all kind of close to each other. It almost reminds me of the Great British Bake Off. Oh my god, I should build the Great British Bake Off tent. How fun would that be? That would actually be so much fun. Oh, guys, let me know if you like Great British Bake Off because I love Great British Bake Off. And why are these counters not blending in with that? Okay, so everyone has their little station set up now, which I actually think it looks really cute. I think that's such a vibe. I'm thinking though, do we need, oh god, because now I'm gonna wreck everything. But do we need like some sort of like a backing for the oven? I feel like that looks a little weird. Should we have like even, like I was actually kind of thinking about this half wall, sorry, this fence. You know, we could have something like that. But now that I think about it, I'm after like putting everything down and I'm gonna have to move everything back again. That does look kind of cool. Maybe I prefer that because you just can't see, you know, the back of the fridge. Sorry, not the fridge. Jesus Christ, what am I saying? You don't see the back of the oven. That is actually so cute. I love the way that's working out. So everyone's like watching. That is so cool. And then yes, this is where we will have like the board. I actually would really love to run this as a business. Maybe our sim can actually, okay, what am I trying to do? Sorry, I get distracted. Maybe our sim could actually purchase this. How much is this worth already? 88 it's I wish. 88,000 so far, which is honestly not that bad. The office that I built, the office building was like 300 and something. So far, this is actually, for 88,000, that's not that bad. All the debug things are just stressing me out. Maybe upstairs we could have like a cool pottery place. That could be a fun idea too. Imagine if I put like you here so that like it does make sense that you're like teaching the class. It's like that. What do we think of something like this? This is a fun idea. Like I really like this. This is so cute. Okay, let's clutter a little bit more, see what other items we've got. So we've got like a cool little, oh, little lunchbox. Oh, that's so cute. Look at it. It looks like a cute little, oh, there's carrots and there's probably like peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a milk carton, crackers. Oh my God, that is so cute. I won't be using that today. There is a little timer, which again, that's giving me like Great British Bake Off. That is not how you pronounce it. Great British Bake Off timer. I wonder, does that timer work? That would be so fun to test that. I don't know whether your Sims will be able to use this counter. Maybe I should have given them an extra counter just for the clutter. But will it look a bit squishy then? Probably would. Like if I add another counter, I guess maybe people can just walk like around and just not complain, hopefully. Because like I do want to have a little bit more clutter throughout this establishment. So maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. It's like, it's a big kitchen. Like you're learning a lot about kitchens. I'm cooking, obviously. So maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. I don't know, maybe. We've got these cool snap containers, which these have really cool swatches because you can see there's like crackers. Maybe there's some pasta in there, some pistachios, maybe, I don't know, some almonds. So that is also really cool. So maybe we could have like a couple of these. Oh, that's rice for sure, isn't it? At the start, I thought they were empty. That looks like Cheerios. Maybe we could have like a green one here as well, just for like a little bit of something in the back. So like maybe these people could also have like, you know, one of these, make them all slightly different because like everyone has slightly different ingredients. Obviously we all have something different that we brought from home. These are little home supplies. That's very cute, isn't it? There we go. That's nice. We've also got cutting boards. Oh my God. We've got chopping boards. Chopping boards. I wish these were functional. Like, obviously, I'm presuming they're not. But that is so cool. And I also wish they kind of stacked up, you know, like kind of against the wall. That would be a really fun idea. But I like the fact that maybe we could have this green one actually matches perfectly. Maybe, like, that's where we chop. That's how we do things. Oh, we've got weighing station. Okay, weighing scales. Absolutely. We could have it, like, right there. Is there a nice green swatch? There isn't, but there's a pink. The pink actually kind of looks cute with this vibe. So maybe like somebody also can have a little weighing scales here. Maybe not everyone has a weighing scales, you know, not everyone came prepared, but some people, they've got a nice weighing scales, everybody. Yeah, there we go. Okay, then we've got this thing. Okay, say hello to this because I will be using this like 24/7 all the bloody time. Like there just won't be any stopping me. I will be using this like all the time. Like that is such a beautiful thing. They're little herbs, I'm presuming, like little basil, parsley, like whatever you want. So cute. Then we've got kitchen jar storage. Again, very similar vibes. I don't know, are they like little lemons? I don't know. I don't know what's in there, but there's, oh, carrots. Of course there's a little carrot. Oh, they stack. Round of applause for the stackable objects. They stack on top of each other. Oh my God, I cannot wait to make like a cluttered, homely, like generational build where we just have loads of stuff. Does that stack on top of there? Oh my God, it does. It's like how much sugar? 4 kg. We also have like cereal boxes, which again for this build probably wouldn't make sense, but imagine if I made like a really cute generational build, like you have some kids and everything is like really nice and busy and really like cluttered, and the fact that there's small little like Cheerios or whatever those are, obviously not Cheerios, but that's probably like freezer bunnies, you know, or whatever. That's really cute. I love the detail in that. Then we've got sink side essentials. Oh, okay, that's stunning, but why doesn't it clip a bit better there? I thought that maybe, do you know like the toothbrushes, they kind of clip really nicely onto the sink, but that does not clip nicely onto the sink. I'd have to move the sink and then do this, which again, I don't mind doing that, but like, wouldn't it make more sense? Oh wait, now even more. So if I go like all the way like back here, see, that looks a lot better. That looks like it probably fits that space a little more. So am I gonna have to do that for everybody? Ooh, yeah, it almost like snaps to the sink more than it snaps to the actual counter, which is a little weird, but that's okay. Don't worry, I've got all day to place all of these individually. Don't worry, you will just find me here all day long building my little cookery school. Okay, next up we've got probably the most cutest thing you would ever see on my channel ever. Little oven mittens. They're actually quite little. I guess Sim's hands are quite small, but these are little oven mitts. So maybe I could put them like right next to the oven. That's a cute idea. They also come in such wholesome swatches. Like honestly, I don't know what it is, but these swatches are very cute. I'm almost missing like a little green swatch though. Like, you know, something to match the actual countertops that we have over there. But I'm not going to complain because these are absolutely adorable. Then we've got these cups. And I think there's like other stuff. There's like, oh, it's like a little tea station. Is it? Oh my God. Is this like a tea? Brew and sip mug tree. That is so cute. I love that. Absolutely. Well, actually, do you know what? No, we will keep that for upstairs when I make like a little bar place. Because maybe you could have like a little cup of tea, or we could have like a tea section here, like a coffee dock or something over there. That would be fantastic. Anyways, next up, we've got the classic kitchen canister. So just another like little canister. And these have quite cute swatches as well, just to match. But I kind of like the way they're like almost two-toned. So this is pretty cute. We can definitely litter that all around my build today. That's absolutely adorable. Yeah, that's so cute. Then we've got some topsy-turvy Tupperware. That is fantastic. Love that. Definitely have that, like, I don't know. It doesn't really make sense here on this table, because also, where are these people going to prepare all the food? I have no idea, because there's just like no room, because I'm cluttering the place so much. Oh, we can weigh the Tupperware. That is fantastic. That's very cool. Then we've got daily dish rack. Oh, that's a cool little dish rack. Oh, where's it gone? I really like this dish rack. Although it looks, oh, that's a chopping board. Oh yeah, see, that's cute. I wish we had like a standing chopping board, or maybe we already do have standing chopping boards. Maybe I'm actually just imagining that. I don't think I'm going to use that today, but I'll definitely put down the cookie jar there. This is handy cleaning caddy. Oh, cool. A little cleaning caddy. Yes. So you can like put down like all of your cleaning supplies. Oh my God, absolutely. Everyone should get one of these, like kind of maybe next to their bin or something. You got to clean your own stuff, you know? Like, this is your own bench. You got to keep it clean. You got to keep it neat. So maybe everyone just gets like a little handy cleaning basket. That is so cute. We've got a utensiltopia little thing, which again is really nice. I'm gonna plaster that all over my build as well, because these are the things that like you will use at least once. Whether it's, you know, every day, it might not be every day that you use these things, but these are still like gorgeous things. And I'm kind of just like haphazard placing things everywhere, but things are still, I feel like, kind of working out nicely. Then we've got flower powered runs ensemble or whatever. Okay, so this is literally like baking vibes. But I wonder, can your Sims prepare food on that and almost ignore that as an object? Because that would be really cool. Able to show that like, okay, you're cooking. That's fair enough. But like, can you actually cook on this? That would be so much fun if you could. But I really just for some reason don't think that'll be the case. Then we've got probably my favorite object, which now looking at it, 100 simoleons is quite expensive for this. But this is like a recipe, little stand. I think those are amazing. Like a little book holder. I think we already have one that came with this other like kitchen pack, which I also really love, that other kitchen pack. But there's something about this object that I really like. It's just something so realistic and something so like modern and contemporary about like having your little recipe, because you don't have it on your phone in front of you. You've printed it out and you've put it up on your little thing. So that's very cute. Okay, so then we've got some clutter carousel stuff. So that's fantastic. Some cookie chaos. Oh my God. Okay, so wait now. Actually, instead of these, maybe I could put that up there. Like, look at all of that stuff. Like, there's just so many things, and I'm actually like running out of room of where to put stuff. Cookie cutter mess. Brilliant. Flavor heaven. A flavor little rock. Yes. Oh my God, they stack. They stack. Things that stack make me so incredibly happy. Like, that looks like it shouldn't stack, but it's stacked. So I'm going to take that as a stackable item. That's amazing. Then we've got like a Edge Elite knife block, which this is really cool, but I wish I could put it like sideways in somewhere, you know, like what if I actually put that in front of this? Can you go back a bit further? You can if I use move objects. If I just do this, I feel like that just looks a bit better. Yeah, there we go. Love that. There's like a bit of glass in that. That is so like tasty. Like looking at all those things, oh my God, beautiful. Like that's something I'd want to go and buy for my own kitchen. Like that is the kind of stuff that inspires you. Bountiful harvest. Oh, bountiful. What is this called? Harvest baskets. Oh, okay, we've got harvest baskets. There is little harvestables, little bananas, little apples, little courgettes, little potatoes, and they're all hanging from... That is actually such a brilliant concept. Why don't I have that in my kitchen? Like everything just hanging. That is so cute. Can we have another one here so that people can just like pick out fresh fruit? That's an idea. We've obviously got a little lunchbox. We've got a little timer. Wait, is this a fridge? Wait, I did not know we got a new fridge. Wait, did that even come up for me? Oh, it did. Okay, I'm just blind. We got a new fridge? I thought those things, right, when I saw those stickers, I thought they were just stickers that would just go onto a fridge. I didn't realize we actually got a new fridge. Oh my God, and it comes with white and black. Oh, well, forget about you. Delete. Let's use a white one. Oh, I love it. I don't really like the way it kind of makes this not make sense anymore, but there we go. Whoa, the freezer at the bottom, I'm presuming that is so nice. I'm so glad they gave us at least white and black, because now I feel like I can actually use this fridge. That is fantastic. And the one last thing that we got, which is actually so exciting as well. I don't think this will make sense in this build either, but this is a Fresh Finds grocery bag. So this you can put down in your kitchen and just make it look like you just went shopping. And even though I don't do that, obviously I'd never really used the off the grid feature in The Sims, but this, the idea of having all of your produce, really reminds me again of Sims 2. So that realism of having to go and purchase some stuff, that is really, really exciting. And even though that looks so lost in this really cluttered room, I still really like that idea. So that is a 10 out of 10 for me. Honestly, looking at all those things, I'm so like happy because I will be using a lot of these. I don't want to say I'll be using all of them, because with the cereals, probably won't be using those as much. You know, even like the tip mug set, I don't really tip, what did I just call this? Sip mug set. Whoopsies, excuse me. But even with things like that in my own kitchen, I like to have a lot of things hidden away. Unless they're like really cutesy and like really vibey, then I will keep them out. But that is kind of our kitchen. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just add a couple of really nice decor pieces, such as beautiful curtains, of course, around the place, because that is a necessity in any kitchen. We've got beautiful curtains. So we'll put some here, make it nice and cozy. We'll put some over on this wall as well. Maybe we'll put some in the middle as well, just to show that the room is quite big. We can close the curtains in case it's like too sunny and you're trying to bake cookies and they keep melting, you know, that kind of way. I think that makes a lot of sense. I actually really want to know how functional this would be and how much money a cookery school would make you. I also wonder, do I need little chairs? I feel like I need little stools or something so that people can sit down. Obviously, it makes no sense having stools there because people would be listening while working on their stations. But what if I just put like at least 3 little cushions and kind of like a few different colors, just to show like, look, you can actually sit down and listen here if you wanted to. Like, again, you don't have to, but I think it's kind of cute, kind of wholesome. I think I'd like to think it is anyways. I'm really loving this this vibe of this kitchen. I think there's something so adorable about this. So I really hope you guys are going to like this build as much as I'm enjoying building it, because it's so fun. Okay, this space is so cluttered now, but I realized I had to have some sort of lights that were next to us, because if you think about it, this is like a build that doesn't really have like a ceiling. Like, it's a really big building, which I love. I should probably paint the ceiling. Like, I mean, it does look like a really nice big spacious ceiling. Actually, the curtains should probably be really high, shouldn't they? So that looks a bit silly, doesn't it? That's a bit silly. I'll fix that. But I like the way it feels. Like, it's such a grand big space, which is nice, but it just feels a little stupid with the lights. You know, the lighting is just a bit shocking. Anyways, moving upstairs, I do want to do like a cute little coffee, kind of like a bar scenario. So why don't I actually go and pick out the bar or like the coffee dock that came with Businesses and Hobbies pack, because that one's actually quite like a vibey, and it would, oh, this is a cool sign. I haven't noticed this. Oh my god, that's a cool sign. That is exactly the sign we need. Oh, these are probably debug. Oh, I was wondering, I was like, why haven't I seen this sign before? Like, look at this cool sign. It just tells you like, are you lost? Yeah, you should be. Like, you should be not here anyway because you're lost. Maybe we could have like a cool little sign here, and then maybe another one at the front. Oh my god, that's fantastic. I like the way it's glowing because it's a meetup information thing. Actually, no, maybe I'll get rid of this one, but I will just put down the regular one. And by regular, I mean this one. Maybe that one should just go there. There we go. I love all of these raccoon paintings. I don't want to spoil them for you if you're playing, but there's so many of them when you're in debug, and all these like broken potteries. It's a bit annoying, but anyways. What I was looking for was the bar. We've got some really cool pottery up there as well, which I think is quite nice, so that you could maybe purchase a couple of these if you are visiting. Or maybe they're made by local artists. Who really knows where these came from? But it's kind of cool to have like some art on display as well. And I do really like a couple of these pieces from this pack. Maybe we could have like a nice rug. Just something simple though, like nothing too major. And we could just have like a couple of tables. That would be quite nice. Just something simple though, because there is actually so much going on. And maybe this is more so like a little standing, like little like wine bar or something. Like, God knows what this really is. But I might have like a little coffee station here though. Okay, so that looks quite nice now. So I guess I just really need some nice overhanging lights just to give us a little bit of vibe, because there actually is like a ceiling here. So I guess I could splurge and I could do some overhanging vibes. But I'm kind of thinking it should be something a little bit either like this, but I always use this light, or else something slightly more industrial. Or maybe actually this thing actually could probably work. I could do like 2 like that. Yeah, I guess that could probably work. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. So this is your upstairs area. I'd like to think that maybe you could purchase some of this art here, you know, some of the ceramic, because there's like little cake stands and stuff. So I feel like your Sims would really enjoy that. And you can obviously go upstairs and watch the Great British Cook-Off happen downstairs, which I think is quite a lot of fun. Okay, so that is that space. I guess I'm going to do the bathrooms off camera. So let's maybe just work a little bit on the front desk area, which, and with the front desk area, I think I'm going to do something similar where I take this wall, well, I guess this little fence, and I'm almost going to make like a little desk nook. I'm sitting at the desk, and there's always someone like guarding the desk, I suppose. You know, they'll have this little spinny chair and they'll have a computer, but like you can't get past them. Like you obviously have to purchase yourself a ticket to get in, or purchase the class or whatever it is that you're doing. So you obviously can't just come in. You've got to have an appointment, you know. Have you got an appointment? No, you don't. Oh, what a shame. You can't get in, you know, that kind of way. So because like there won't be a class every day, obviously. So it's nice to know that we have like, you know, someone like guarding the desk just in case someone tries to come in without paying, because that is just tomfoolery. That is robbery, daylight robbery in the broad daylight. Oh, this umbrella. I always forget that it exists because it doesn't exist in the umbrella category. Look how amazing this umbrella is going to look here. It looks so pretty. The green color. Oh my god. I mean, look at this. Look at this space and tell me you don't love it. I will not believe you in the slightest. What I am looking for is a check-in machine though. Please give me the check-in machine. There we go. So we'll have a nice little check-in machine here. Guess we could have like some bookshelves here. Like maybe there's some like cookbooks that you could purchase, you know, like as you're in here, you're like, oh, you want a cookbook? Well, I just wrote one, so you can just buy my one because my one is amazing. And now I'm thinking, can I put like these lights maybe up here or something? Would that be cute? Oh, I think that would be cute. Again, that is like finicky work that I did not expect to be doing today. Like, again, I did not expect this build to be this long and this in depth. I really just thought I was going to make like a really small cookery school. Like, I mean, on like a 20 by 15 lot is what I thought. But here I am spending my whole entirety of the day with this. But it is worth it because it's fun. The kitchen clutter kit is really nice, so it's fun to figure that out. I think that really adds to the vibes of this cookery school. I really hope this is functional, because if it's not, then I do apologize, because you know me with my functionality. Functionality goes a little bit out the window, but we don't really mind. Surely, please guys. Please tell me you don't mind, because I don't know what to tell you at this point. Maybe over here we will have a fun little yellow couch just to like hang out if you're waiting for someone maybe. That would be quite fun. And as I said, I do want to have some art on the walls that I will put that like little, you know, like art light on top of as well. So maybe these are someone's prints that they want to sell, you know, so maybe we'll have another one here. And that actually concludes the art tour, because I actually don't have enough walls. Maybe we could do like one of these paintings here as well. Maybe this one's quite pretty. Maybe that one could go here. What I mean by fancy light is I mean that like gold bar that you would find in a gallery, pretty much. Like a gallery space would have one. Oh my god, I hate building with debug. I don't know how to turn it off though, so my bad. This thing is really fun. I like doing that. I think it just gives like a little bit of a vibe. You're like, do you want to purchase this painting? Yeah, well, it's on sale. It's currently €750, but you can have it if you want. Like, I mean, no one's gonna stop you from having it. You can have it, of course. Please buy it. You know, that kind of way. Maybe we could have this table here as well. We could put like a cute light or something on it. And I'm kind of thinking as well, like a long little end table here would be cute. Could never say no to one of them. You know me with my little end tables, preferably this one. Oh my god, look at how stunning that table looks there. That is so cute. And there is actually this little bookshelf thing. Wait, now where is it gone? This one kind of does remind me of like, oh, these are like cookbooks and our leaflets. So do you want to like buy your little cookbooks? Can I make it smaller? Oh yeah, there we go. So we've got like 2. Maybe we could actually go kind of like that at an angle. And you could be like, oh, just, you know, you can purchase these here if you wish. You could also buy these plants that I'm going to put next to it, because that's also a vibe. I just did the bathroom off camera, and I really like the way this is working, you know, with that little... Here, I guess this maybe could be a little bit more of like an off-white color. So we've got some towels, we've got more artwork on the walls, you've got this. These sinks are really nice for like a public bathroom, I suppose. So they look really nice there. We've got some toilets. And I'm still working on this area here. Maybe we could go for a little couch from the new pack as well. I think that would be an idea, because that one does really look like, yeah, like this thing really does look like you're like waiting on somebody. Like, oh yeah, that's just like a little waiting area. Oh, you waiting? You can take a seat over there if you're waiting. Yeah, of course, don't worry about it. Yeah, no worries at all. Just pay up and then you can sit down. Yeah, there's no worries at all. Sit down. Yeah. So we've got something like that going on. I guess we don't really need anything else here. Maybe I'm just thinking of like a long-ish rug. Like maybe actually something like this. That makes it look pretty cute. Maybe just like another little funky seat. Like maybe actually like one of these or something. That's not the worst. And maybe we could just have like a little light above it. Maybe actually this one. Oh, what a cutesy little light. Yeah, I guess that probably is everything. I mean, this is where you need to go. Like once you pay up, you can kind of do whatever you want. So it's really important that we have the pay section properly furnished. That does not have to be functional. I don't think this can be wherever it wants. We've got the little light here to say, Sandra's cooking school, come on in. Sandra's cooking school, come on in. Then we've got like this little sign here, which probably, this sign be actually maybe like over here instead. Because like that kind of blocks this path. Because I don't really want Sims walking around that. They could just pretend it's like not a walkable space. Although I feel like Sims are still going to get stuck in there, which is fine. Not my problem, really. Maybe I can hang like one of these plants here as well. That could be a cute little vibe. Then around here, I guess what I wanted to do was maybe just another little table. Or maybe like a couple of singular tables, kind of like I have upstairs. So maybe I could do like another like 2 or something. Maybe like one here, and one here. I feel like that could be a little squishy. But I think it would be kind of nice because like it would kind of come here in groups, I'd like to think. So it'd be nice to like be able to sit with your friends or whoever you came here with and just kind of hang out while you're maybe waiting on a class, or maybe once the class is over and you're digesting your food, you know, it'd be kind of nice to sit down. We could just put like a nice little rug in here as well, just to create the idea of like a space. Like this is a space, we want you to use it, don't worry about it, this is meant to be used. Maybe we could have like some decorative little plants here as well. I don't know, are people gonna get stuck here? Probably. But I kind of like the idea of just like dividing a couple of these seats around with like some plants, because I don't know, I just feel like it kind of looks a bit better like that. Okay, that is nice. Now I do need more like little hanging lights. So if people are going to be sitting here, we probably need like some of these. So just to brighten up the space, maybe I'll actually toss one here as well. And actually, now that I think about it, I probably need like another one here or something. I guess that is kind of okay. Over here then we've got like a cute little citrus area, which is quite nice. And then maybe let's just add some planter pots inside here as well, because obviously that's going to be quite important. Oh, we can use some of these ceramic ones. Yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about. These are really, really adorable. I love these. And my sim doesn't make enough of them. I need to get my sims to... I literally would like my sims to get into pottery just purely so that they can get those. I think it's fantastic. Maybe I'll add like 2 of these. And maybe we can add some grubs and things like that. I don't know, just like funky little grubs and things. Maybe some bees as well. Because bees, I've only recently discovered. I know I keep referring to Sims 2, but in Sims 2, if you get this little ladybug stand, it actually helps you to get rid of flies that are around your crops. And I wonder, is that the same with bees? So maybe that's something you guys can tell me, because I don't really know. I think I want to get some regular planter pots as well, like maybe some of these ones, maybe like a little brown one, maybe like a little cute red one. Whoa, red. But you know, it would be kind of nice to have some planter pots here, maybe some vertical ones too. Maybe we could get like 2. Actually get rid of the red one. What was I thinking with the red one? Is there something wrong with me? Probably. Okay, so that is quite a nice little area here. So obviously we probably would need a light. I know it's going to be hanging off of nothing, but I am going to add my favorite light for a room like this, which is this singular bulb, which I think that's pretty cute. Okay, so that's your little garden area. Yes, like I could add more like little plants outside. I know I have this place planted out, like kitted out to the max with plants, but I like the idea of this being obviously like a little, almost like a little garden center where you would just have so much crap and so many pots and plants and things that you're almost like overwhelmed. Oh my god, I love the way this always clips onto a table. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'd like to think that you're almost like overwhelmed with all of the stuff that's around here. But it is like, it's meant to be a big open area. Like it's meant to be quite fun. So I think this is okay. Maybe we could have like 2 of these at the entryway. Oh, we're so fancy and schnazzy. We've got them at the entryway. Well, maybe they would be nice here. Oh, I never did this room. Oh my god, let me just do this room really quickly. So this room essentially was like pretty straightforward. When we were there one time, there was actually a wedding happening. That was quite cute, you know, like it was a nice venue for a wedding. It was quite a small wedding, I'd like to think, but it is a cool idea to have maybe like a little wedding venue. I'll actually just pick out some stuff maybe from the wedding pack. What is that wedding pack called? Welcome to my wedding stories. Welcome to my wedding. Hey, this is MTV Cribs and welcome to my wedding stories. Okay, maybe I could do like a little wedding arch. Oh yeah, just something like this. These lights are awful low. That actually will not work whatsoever. Okay, that's fantastic. Got any lights coming with this pack? We've got these balls, which I guess would be cool. Wait, now I'm gonna light it up with saucers first so that I actually see what I'm doing. At least 2, one here and one here. And then if I go back to my wedding stories, get these seats. Yes, there we go. That's more like it. Is there like a light wood to match the arch? Not really. Well, I guess there's this one, but that doesn't really match the arch. Like I wanted like a warm wood. I guess that's okay. So we'll just have like a small little aisle. We won't do anything crazy in this room. Oh my God, the positioning of these chairs. Oh my God, who did this? Oh my God, send them home. They were not doing a great job. This wedding planner, nah, fire them. They were doing a horrible job. Okay, so that's pretty cute. We could then just have like a regular aisle. I guess I do want this to be functional. I guess if I'm making it, I might as well make it functional. So we'll have like a nice little aisle. I don't know which way it's meant to be facing, but I'm going to face it this way. That is also not the center of the room, apparently. So that is just great. Why aren't these chairs? Oh, maybe the chairs need to be pushed over. That's the problem. Okay, the chairs need to be pushed over one. That's fantastic. Yeah, so then we can have like, I don't know, some like a little fun little table here. I don't know what that is, but maybe we could have that in the corner. Obviously like some barrels, because that's what you have. You've got little barrels here. I don't know. Perfect banquet table. That actually won't fit, but maybe I'll put that here. That's a vibe. Maybe we'll put that on top of it. Yeah, pop that champagne. We're married, everybody. You know, that kind of way. Oh, this is stunning, actually. That's a really nice piece. Maybe we could have like more of these around. I don't know. I don't really do many weddings. Whenever my Sims get married, they get married in the bathroom or in the in the kitchen or wherever they're standing the closest to them. So I don't really do things like that, but I like the idea that, like, you know, one of these days I'll spend some time doing a cute little wedding. I have like some fun little hanging curtains like that, because obviously I did do massive windows here. So it would be nice to have maybe at least one of these like fully covered. Show, oh look, we can cover the windows. If it's too sunny, don't worry about it. We'll cover the windows for you. Don't worry, bride. Don't worry, bridezilla. We will cover those windows. I kind of like this as a backdrop for the wedding. So maybe we could have something like that going on. That's very cute. This is lovely. I feel like this is such a vibe. This would definitely be here. I just don't really know where to put it. Unless I go kind of like this so that it's almost like here. But wait, now that's not connected to this. That could be actually a nice look. Maybe just something. Oh, that's so cool. Wait a second. Can I get another one? I don't think I ever knew about the existence of this object until today. But welcome to this object in my game. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm never going to use you again, so let's use you today. That is actually really, really cute. Maybe I'll get rid of that. Maybe that's too many chairs. I like this because it's like Mr. and Mrs. We just got married. Come into our wedding and give us some money. I don't know. Yeah, we could have like some lanterns out here as well. Actually, the lanterns should probably go like on the side of the chairs as well, because that's a fun idea. Maybe I can make one bigger. I'll make like a big one here and a small one next to it. Same thing over here. Oh guys, I should be a wedding planner. That will probably catch on fire, but oh well. Can I not put anything on these, or are these meant to be like for something? Maybe I could put these balls around as well. I don't know. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, isn't it? I don't know where to put this thing. I don't really need that, do I? What's this? Did someone throw up? What is this? Debug. Sand? Petals? I don't know what that is. I'll get rid of that. What else can I add? What else? What other cool things do we got here? I guess there's a tea set. Can that go up there? Okay, we can have some tea. That's nice. We could have tea at our wedding. Oh yeah. Prosecco or champagne. Wait, now where does that go? Up there? Maybe actually let's do this instead. That makes more sense. That's cute. Is there like a light wood version of this? I guess there's that one. Nah. White is nicer. Oh, a grand piano. What if I put the grand piano into the flowers? It actually is a little bit of a vibe. I'm not really sure about it. Maybe I really hope that the piano doesn't get like damaged by all these plants. But how adorable does that look? You're just like coming out like, here comes the bride. And then like someone's playing the piano. I think that is so adorable. And I really like that idea. Okay, that is cute. So that is your little wedding venue. I mean, it's as quick as anyone has ever made it. What are these? I kind of like these. There we go. We'll put a couple of them down here. Is that nice? I think so. It's kind of cute. Guys, I actually kind of really like this. I love the way I say kind of and really in one sentence to be like, I actually don't really like this. I'm just saying I kind of really like this. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Maybe we could actually have some more of these lights out here. Or maybe not. Oh, wait. Maybe we could definitely have some like extra chairs out here. Oh, got a bit too loud in there. So we went outside here for a minute to like chat, you know, just to take a breather. That's always really handy to be able to like, you know, go outside, because weddings can get very overwhelming really quickly. So sometimes you just need to step outside. Step outside for a minute, just like rethink your decisions. Have a cup of tea. I think it's fantastic the way we can have tea here. Maybe we could have like another little planter thing just to make sure we know that we're at a wedding. Oh, wait, now this is a pole for this. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay, that's fine. That's still okay. Maybe we could have another barrel here. Maybe another one here. Oh, guys, why do I love this venue so much? That's so cute. You see, there we go. We've got both a wedding venue. You've got like a little cocktail bar or coffee place upstairs. And then you've also got a nice little cookery school. And I think that is such a cool build. It did take me like 70 years to complete this. And you guys will probably know this by my lack of words choosing at this point. I mean, I did edit out quite a bit of this video out because you would be here for 70 years with me. If we were doing this in real life, in real time, it would be a while. Like, my legs are gone dead. But I think, guys, that actually concludes everything. Actually, no, that doesn't conclude everything. I always say that and then I'm like, no, let's add more stuff. I have all day. Maybe let's add actually a chimney, because it does make sense having like a little chimney, because there would be so many fumes in this place that like we would need something. So maybe I'll just do 2 cute little chimneys like that. That is fantastic. Is there any way I could put these solar panels? I feel like they'd be such a solar panel place. Nah, we won't put solar panels on that moldy ceiling. Maybe we could have like another small little thing here just in case, you know, party gets too hot, let's escape the heat, you know, like that kind of way. Is there anything else I could add? Maybe we could add like a cool flag to be like, this is a state-of-the-art building, you know, like that kind of way. Like, it's sponsored by World. I don't know. That's really cool. I actually really do love this build. It's just taken me so long to complete this. I really did not expect to be sitting down building something so mahoosive. But I guess the one last thing we gotta do now, guys, is do a quick tour. Welcome on into my beautiful cookery school created with the new kitchen clutter kit, which I'm obsessed. It really inspired this whole build. It's so funny how a small little kit like that with some clutter objects for a kitchen inspired a cookery school and a wedding venue. Like, would you have thought about this today? Probably not. I don't like the way this is glowing, but just ignore it for the moment. So as you come in, you obviously like skid around and drift around the corner to get yourself to the car park. You're like, okay, at a snail's pace, and then you go around this corner. Oh my god, unsubscribe at this point. So you park your car here, and once you're done parking, you're like, okay, well, do I want to get married or do I want to learn how to cook? Let's get married first. So first of all, you come over here and you hear this beautiful, oh, I wish we had a harp in The Sims, like that would be really cool to have like a little harp playing. I think this is like a harp vibe. But I love those like banisters and the piano and like the vibe of this cottage wedding build. I think there's something so adorable about this. So imagine this, you're walking down the aisle. Like, it's a small little wedding venue, but like, what else would you want? What else do you need? Especially in The Sims, you don't need them to be too big because things only get messy. I kind of like this. Maybe I'll actually paint the, wait, now let me just paint the ceilings of everything because I don't really like the way that looks. I kind of want like maybe a light wood like that. Okay, hello, why cannot I paint the ceiling? Why can I only paint the ceiling? What? Okay, there we go. Maybe if I paint the ceilings like this color, I think probably everywhere would work. Maybe besides the bathroom maybe could just be like a light wood. Everywhere I think would be nice to have this wood. I go upstairs. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna look unreal. Why is there just one tile there? What the heck? That is so weird. Okay, so that's all of the roofs, isn't it? All of the ceilings painted. Okay, there we go. That's perfect. Let's get back into the tour. Yeah, that does look much better, actually. Like, it still weirdly cuts through, but there's nothing I can do about that. You can see, like, the layers of that wall, but it's kind of nicer to have it, like, wooden and more cozier. So that is your beautiful wedding venue. So then, once you're done getting married, you can come through here and cross this really busy road. I mean, I didn't really think about the design of this way. Maybe there's a better way of doing this, but once you cross that busy road, then come over to this building, which is a massive converted like barn, stables. I have no idea what this building was, but it is pretty cool. So over here, as you come in, you've got some beautiful plants and things. There's actually a lot of beautiful flowers around this place. I wanted it to feel quite colorful. And then you come in here and you've got a little garden. So this is like maybe like a little public garden where we have like some flowers growing, or maybe some produce that then you grab. You learn about the produce, you learn about gardening. Maybe I could teach people gardening. Oh, maybe we could do this in a let's play and I teach people gardening. That is such a fun idea. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Anyway, so then you come through here. There'll be so many spiders that you'd be like swatting them away, but that doesn't matter because then you come over to this area where you have a little barbecue. Maybe you have like some parties, or maybe you rent it out for birthdays, or maybe this is still an extension of that wedding arch venue. So let's go through the front entrance. So as you turn this corner speedily, because you're still in your car apparently, you come up the steps here. Ignore that line that is just from that whiteboard, so ignore that. You've got this happening. You've got my fun little thing that I've created, which I actually do really think that looks pretty cute. The black accents to suggest that this is a refurbished business. And you come in through this door, which I love the way this is looking already. It's such a barn vibe. Everything is just so hipster. It would smell like fresh wood as you come in here, because I think that makes a lot of sense. You've got your little receptionist sitting here. You've got a waiting area. It says what classes are on this week, you know, what would you like to learn today? To make a grilled cheese or how to boil water. So then you come through here. You obviously have got some bathrooms. is in a pretty convenient spot. So I don't know, you've got some toilets, some cubicles, and you've got a beautiful little toilet here. So that's fantastic. You then come out to the main area. So this would say, Sandra, the chef, is on this week, you know, like we could maybe change these posters around. And wait, this is your waiting area. So you wait around if you're waiting for a class, which is kind of fun. You buy some books. And then you come over to the main entrance, main event, I suppose, where you grab your apron from the apron wall and you pick yourself a station. So I actually think this is so fun. I love the way this turned out. It's so cluttered, obviously, because we used the clutter kit. It's amazing. So this is where my sim would be standing, like holding down the fort, being like, right, so today we're going to learn how to cut onions without crying. This is what you do. You put on goggles, you know, like that kind of way. It would be so fun. And then over here, you've got like a little seating area. So maybe after hours, we can maybe learn a little bit about gardening. But yeah, all of these little cluttery items, they really just add to the space. Like look at that little sponge. Like look at all of these utensils, the little mittens. I'm going to cry. This is amazing. Like look at these posters. You best believe our kitchen is going to have these posters like all the time now. Little dragon fruits and everything. This is actually so fun. Even looking at it from this perspective, look how much clutter we've got. And I guess that essentially is what this build is all about, the clutter, the idea of cluttering with the new kit. But we definitely made that work. And I think this build turned out so much more than I ever expected. You know, I thought it was just going to be like a small little singular kitchenette kind of thing, but no, this is more. Let's see what it looks like from upstairs. So you go up the little steps. I know there's a weird window, but I kind of like that. You come up the stairs, and then over here you can buy some pottery that maybe my sim will make, because I'll revisit pottery again when we're doing this let's play and maybe make some extra money. I don't know, that I think that would be a fun idea. And over here we've got a little seating area, so we can obviously get some cupcakes or some coffee, whatever. We can sit down, have a chat. We can also just watch the mayhem from the top, which I think is so fun. Like imagine people learning how to cook and you're just upstairs watching them. Like this really does remind me of like MasterChef or something like that, or like the Great British Bake Off, where like judges are like, I see Sandra over there cheating, you know, like that kind of way. I think it's so fun. So I don't know, there's just something so wholesome about this. I think maybe the colors, the fact that it's a barn, because I could have also made this in the world of business and hobbies, and made it like really modern, really contemporary, with that like Scandinavian style. But I wanted to make it a little bit more like ranch vibes, or not supposed, like it's not ranch vibes, but more like farmhouse vibes, inspired by a place actually locally near me. So I think this turned out so well. Like the mixture of all of the woods and the textures works really nicely with that new contemporary like patterned wooden paneling, you know, that thing from the business and hobbies. I love it. I think it turned out amazing. So I really hope you guys will enjoy this build too. I will of course put this up in the gallery. It took me long enough that I kind of want you guys to see it, so I will definitely put this up in the gallery. Let me know what you think of this. I mean, it almost fits this location pretty well. I mean, maybe it's just a little bit too modern. It should have been a little bit more shabby. That is the way I wanted to see it, and I am very proud of it. So I really hope it's going to be functional. Thank you so much to the A Creator Network for keeping me in loop with all these new kits so that I can show you these. I can show you how easily it is to get inspired by a couple of lottery objects. Like we've got a sink with some cups in it, and I think to build this, and it takes me like 17 hours to do it, but it is always worth it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed my build today. Please do consider subscribing down below if you have enjoyed this build. Check out some of my previous videos that I've also linked for you down below. So definitely check out this kit, as well as the Restoration Workshop one and the Golden Years one as well. I think both of those are really fun. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.